We are in the Engenius Wireless Mesh Camera, and I'm going to show you how to set up the motion detection. So that way you get the type of motion that you want before it starts to record. Now, in a previous video, we went from the camera section to event control to determine how to have the recording go, whether it's by schedule or motion or audio detection. So let's actually set up motion detection by clicking on motion detection. So when we click on that, we see a video of the ceiling, which is where the camera is currently pointed. Let's go ahead and click on motion detection settings. So we have different options here. We have different windows. We have window 1, 2, and 3. And then we have sensitivity. So the way this works is if any kind of motion is detected in these different windows, and window 1 you can see covers the entire screen, then it's going to go ahead and start recording if we've set the event control to record under motion. So if you don't want to choose the entire screen, say you just want a section because maybe you have a tree that blows around a lot, you don't necessarily want to record everything, then you can choose a smaller window such as window 2 or window 3. And when you do that, then you can just pick specific sections, which I'll show you here in a second. Then you have the sensitivity option. So you can say whether it's more or less sensitive, and depending on how often it records, you can go back in and change that. So if it records too often, that means the sensitivity is set too high. So you're going to want to lower that sensitivity. If it doesn't record enough, of course, you can increase the sensitivity until you get it exactly the way you want. Now, unfortunately, in Firefox, we're not seeing the options that we want, so we're going to have to switch over to Chrome. And in Chrome, we'll just go ahead and hit refresh and log back in. And you'll notice that some features work better than others in certain browsers. So keep that in mind. We'll click on the settings button over here, and then we'll go back down under camera into the motion detection. And we should have a little better control over our boxes at this point. And there we go. So motion detection settings. Let's go ahead and uncheck 1. Let's check window 2, and you can see you can move it around. So you see if there's let's say there's a tree in a certain area, then we'll just set the motion detection to avoid that tree. So if the tree is in the upper left-hand corner, then we don't have to worry about it triggering the motion. So you can set all 3 windows if you want, or if that's too much, you can just set the 1 or 2 windows that you need. And when you're all done, you can go ahead and click Apply. And that will link into our event control where we did earlier a motion detection recording.